Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new episode of Career Mode Goodness. And you might be wondering, where has the career mode goodness been? And I've actually been down in London flat hunting, trying to find myself a nice swag pad so that I can move down there. I want to start living in London, so I do apologize there hasn't been many videos recently, but I'm back home in Scotland, so it's time to get some more videos out for you guys. And speaking of new videos, it'd be awesome, guys, if this could hit 3,000 likes, and I'll upload another video later today. So I hope you guys are all doing well, but we had a game against Wigan, and there is one player in this Wigan team who is so good on career mode and ultimate team, and he goes by the name Coney. He is so good. I really, as you can see, a nice little 1-2 pass there out towards Coney, and it is just a really nice finish, and that's what he's so good at. He's a fantastic finisher. He's got decent base on him. He seems a pretty strong guy as well, and every time I've come up against him, whether that be when I play Wigan or whether that play an ultimate team, he is just a very strong player. And I want to ask you guys if any of you guys used Coney in career mode or ultimate team. Do let me know your thoughts on him, but for me, he just seems so good all the time. But Wigan made the mistake of letting Neymar have that much space on the left wing, and of course he's going to punish hard the keeper there. And funnily enough, he actually scores a near post goal, and that's what I want to talk about a little bit. So, you know, you may have heard YouTubers talk about the near post being OP, or overpowered is what that stands for. And for me, it very much is in FIFA 13. But, you know, I have to admit, in FIFA 12 and FIFA 11, it was almost impossible to score the near post, or it was so much harder than usual. So I feel as though, you know, they've kind of tried to make it so that you can score at the near post a little bit easier, but they've kind of gone just a little too far. So come FIFA 14, which I know is quite a while away, but when that time comes, I would really like to see if they could just drop it down just a little bit, because I know as a goalkeeper, that is the #1 place you have got to cover when you're a goalkeeper. You do not want to concede at your near post goal. That is your #1 priority, and it just seems as though, you know, gold keepers, 85 rated plus keepers, are just letting those slip by all the time. You know, maybe the near post goals might be more suited towards the silver and bronze keepers and things, but you know, if you're a gold rated keeper, you really shouldn't be conceding as many as they are in this FIFA 13 game. But a 3-1 win over Wigan Athletic means that I pick myself up 3 points, and those are an important 3 points as we need to climb that ladder. I've kind of slipped recently, so it's time to do the deed. A 9.7 rating for Sergio Aguero. But now we have some international friendlies. I am the Portuguese manager. To anyone who's new to watching this series, then you know, we're surprise, I'm the Portugal manager, but a lot of you guys have been watching for a while. I'm kind of interested to know how long people have been watching for, you know, so let me know. Have you guys been watching even from episode 1? Did you catch on midway through? And guys, don't worry, like, I don't mind if you didn't watch from episode 1. I'm not gonna, you know, be pissed or anything like that. I'm just curious to know, when did you guys join and watch my series? And if so, did you know, for example, watch episode 50 and then be like, actually, I want to start from episode 1 and work my way through? Or did you just come in at episode 50 and just continue from episode 50 onwards? I'm just interested to know, and yeah, feel free to let me know in the comments. But one thing that I kind of deal with when it's international friendly games is I don't tend to actually play the games. You guys won't see much Portuguese gameplay from me unless it's a proper tournament. For example, the Euros or something along those lines, with the World Cup, things like that. You guys will actually see gameplay from me. But international friendlies, they just seem kind of pointless for me. But we tied 2-2 in the last game, which wasn't that great, but like I said, international friendlies don't mean that much. But we go 1-0 up through João Moutinho, and then the other team gets a red card, which just makes my life a whole lot easier. And Nelson Oliveira, the striker for Portugal, gets himself the second goal. One thing that, this is kind of going to be the main topic of today, and I want to ask you guys this. So, Messi and Ronaldo, we all know they are magnificent players on head-to-head, ultimate team, and of course, you know, in the beginning of career mode. But the key word being beginning. I've never actually played with either of those two, Messi or Ronaldo, in FIFA 13 career mode, and I want to know from you guys. I want to know, anyone who has ever bought Messi or Ronaldo, or maybe you guys have bought both. 1, were they worth the money? 2, how long did it take for them to decline, to, you know, start to drop off, their, you know, their overall rating starts to slow down and drop off? And 3, what was the highest rating? At what point did they peak, I suppose? At their overall rating? Because I know for me, like, I'm in 2016 now. Ronaldo is a 92 rated player, and I feel as though, you know, if he probably should have been around like a 95, 96, and then started to drop down. So at what point do they start losing overall? Because it's all to do with age usually, and you know, now in 2016 they're obviously quite a bit older, maybe in their 30s, I think. So it'd be interesting to know. You guys let me know, do they really start to drop off? And you know, for Messi, when I inquired about him, he was going for about 100 million, and that's 100 million pounds as well. That's how much they wanted for him, and I just didn't feel as though that was worth it at all for me. So do let me know in the comments, Messi and Ronaldo, 1, are they worth the money? 2, how long do they stay like that for? And 3, what is the maximum rating you've achieved with any of those players? And speaking of kind of like the long-term side of things in career mode, what's the longest time you guys have ever done a career mode? I think the longest I've ever done, this isn't in FIFA 13, by the way. I think it was 2019, I think. So I don't play like extremely long career modes, but do let me know, guys. I'm really curious to see for you whether you guys go on to do like 20, 30 ones, and please don't try and BS me around by saying 2060 or something crazy like that, because I just highly doubt that. But I am interested to know. And also, when you're at that sort of level, who are like the really good players? Who are the impressive ones to really make you step back? And what's the highest rated player you've ever had on a team? I'd be interested to know if anyone's ever reached the sort of 98 rated player. And also with that, guys, if you guys can provide any sort of picture proof or anything like that on my Twitter or on my Facebook, or maybe you want to YouTube personal message me if you don't have either of those, then feel free to do so, and I'll try and get you into one of my videos. But Royce, oh my god, man, this guy, like... So we had a bit of fitness issues, and I also decided to play Sterling. This was by no means my strongest 11 side that I've ever put out, but because of the depth we're starting to have in the squad, I can afford to, you know, play good players like Sterling, who isn't an animal yet, but he is starting to get there. He's slowly making his way up the ladder. But Royce, I mean, to be able to have him and bring him on is just incredible. A lot of people said that I should, you know, I shouldn't have got Aguero, and I should just have built up Royce. But for me, like, it's just so powerful to be able to have Aguero and Royce being able to interchange all the time, and he picks up 2 goals there, and Goetze gets the third one, or the third goal, and man of the match, well deserved, 9.8 rating. Royce is just so good. 4-star skills as well, makes for some easy pickings. But that was some FA Cup results against Norwich. Norwich, good side, not amazing, but as you guys can see, by the looks of things, I could be up against Wigan or Chelsea. Oh god, that is literally my reaction. I really hope it is just a shocker and Wigan smack Chelsea and Wigan go through, because I do not want to play Chelsea. We all know that they are like the one team I struggle so hard against all the time, and it would just be my absolute worst nightmare to have to come up against Chelsea in this FA Cup. But you know, I had a game against CSK, and that was where my left back actually came from, my new left back. Can't remember exactly how to say his name, but he used to play for them. And there you go, Shemenikov. But I actually decided to play Mbaye, and the reason why I decided to play him, and because we all remember that he wanted to leave the club, and I did actually try to sell him and get him shipped off elsewhere, because that greedy bastard, I mean, he wanted so much money a week, and I wasn't willing to give him, and he threw a bit of a hissy fit. So I just told him, you know, put him on this transfer list and get rid of him. And one of the big things about him is that he just doesn't feel that awesome. But oh my god, Aguero, he's on the floor, he's holding his ankle. What is that? And it wasn't one of those injuries where, you know, you can hit start yourself in your own time and sub him off because he's got a little bandage, you know, plaster thing next to his name. It was one of those, like, this is serious shit. We have to take him off immediately. And it was a broken ankle. And that is just a disaster for me. EA, why are you fucking with me? Really, it's just so harsh. I know, you know, we lost 1-0 as well, which makes it even worse. And then there it is, the killer blow, 3 months out. Like, what a disaster that is. It really is. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some good parts to this. You know, Royce will be able to get some really good game time. He'll be playing for the next 3 months. He'll be starting for the next 3 months. So I honestly expect his 85 rating that I think he has right now to really start to power up, and hopefully he'll be 87 by the end of those 3 months, and it will mean that he gets good game time. But god damn it, EA, why do you have to do this to me? You guys are so mean to me. Just jeez. I mean, really. So that's a big blow, but hopefully, guys, We'll be back for another episode soon. And like I said, if this hits 3,000 likes, then I'll be uploading another video tonight. Be sure to leave a like and all that awesome stuff, and go and eat some sweeties. And I'll see you all in a bit. Bye-bye.